had so much fun on this channel talking about what a colossal dumpster fire Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League was. The money it lost, the crappy gameplay, the fact that they decided, hey, you know what would be a good idea for a video game? Let's have the Justice League get murdered by the Suicide Squad. I mean, we all kind of knew what it was going into it with that, but they did it in the most disrespectful way possible. You had Harley Quinn of all people shooting Batman in the face, which for some reason they thought was a good thing. And then let's not forget that we had SweetBaby Inc. to the tank for that. Yes, the death kiss of SweetBaby Inc. ruined everything imaginable. That game lost so much money, pissed off so much people. And the fact that they tried to claim that that was a follow-up to the Arkham series of Batman Arkham series video games, which was so visually beautiful and stunning, and the gameplay and everything was so good about it, only to follow up with this DI crap. Boy, we had fun tearing that apart, didn't we? But of course, the embarrassment that WB Games felt is not over yet, because apparently, when they figured everybody turned on them for their shitty game, they said, hey, you know what we should do? Let's walk it back in the most pathetic way possible. That makes sense. Let's check this out. This article here from Bounding into Comics. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. True ending attempts to make amends, but just makes fans madder instead. Yeah, when you keep making garbage and you don't know what to do because you see the winds, they are changing. You understand me? Nobody, and I mean nobody, is interested in all this DI nonsense anymore. You've done so much to ruin it. Now you figure, let's just walk it back a little bit and pretend this whole thing didn't quite happen the way it was in the most ridiculous fashion possible. The final content for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has revealed the true ending of the game. I thought it was over when they literally decided to bring out gender swap game Mrs. Freeze, but whatever. Despite Warner Brothers Games and Rocksteady Studios clearly straining to make amends for the game's biggest narrative flaws, the result ended up being yet another final nail that condemned the game as one of the worst, because that's what it was. Like I said, this is what happens. I mean, I really like somebody to tell me in the comments, whenever, anywhere, I mean like anywhere, doesn't have to be games, it could be entertainment, wherever, has pushing this DI nonsense ever been profitable? Give me one example of when it has ever been profitable, because I sure as hell can't think of any. This is spoilers for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, but since nobody's playing that anymore, who really cares? Going viral on X, the ending cutscene has appeared under several YouTube channels. Game clips uploading it twice, and the final cutscene and battles of Season 4. For those unaware of who had dropped the game because its additional content and use of barely animated 2D cutscenes, it seems the Justice League wasn't dead even before the final season. So there is something, you know what, let me just play some of it so you can see a bit of what happens, and then I'll come back to this.
So we phased our butts into Brainy's lair, and he was steamed. But guess who else showed up?
Brainiac, that's enough. Kryptonian, you're indubitably too discombobulated to fight. Don't you know, Brainiac? Anything's possible with a little help from your friends.
Thought he meant us for a second, but of course he meant bats. Ow! That says
The criminals.
that's us did well following his plan. Though how'd we figure out Brainy had cloned the League? We were like, there were clones? Anyway, we totally laid it out. If we took him back, Walla would make them into even bigger tools. More importantly, she'd totally 86 us. Soup said the League needs to atone for everything that happened, starting with freeing all the folks Brainy tentacle napped, then putting as many worlds right as they can. As for us, we had a plan too. Did I mention the Wonder Trio of Hack, Lawless, and Toy Boy shorted out our bombs? That's important for the next part. At the end of the day, this squad sticks together. Why not do it out there in the Elseworlds instead of a freaking prison block? Road trip! Don't you love a happy ending? Even Walla gets to say she saved the world. And she will, if she knows what's good for her. Suicide Squad out!
Okay, so you saw it. Basically, what they tried to pull off is that the Justice League that got killed were clones, even though they didn't actually specifically say who are the clones and who aren't the clones or whatever. The whole thing makes absolutely no sense. They could not even be bothered to actually, animate it into game form. They basically gave this kind of weird comic booky like looking thing, if you want to call it that. You understand? Because they have no money remaining. They wasted so much. They lost over $200 million behind this. Nobody's even playing this game anymore. Literally nobody's playing this game anymore because they embarrassed and destroyed themselves so badly that that's what it is. I'm going to read on a bit of this here. So after landing the final blow on Brainiac, Harley narrates the final cutscene which hastily conveys what happened and suggests everything. Superman appears, not only devoid of brainwashing, but seemingly thanks to a living Batman. As Batman punches Brainiac, he reveals the Justice League members were clones. Yeah. They never explain how that works, so they try to lazily do it. It's never really explained if the Justice League members we see in the ending are the clones or if they are the original heroes having broken out somehow. Further, we also see Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, and the Flash. Wonder Woman is not seen at all in the ending outside a statue of her on another Earth. Rather surprising given the game became the poster child of the DEI support studio SweetBaby Inc. Yeah, because they really have no choice. Like I said, just hastily put something together and hope for the best. That is it. Yeah, this was here. The end of Justice League. The Suicide Squad killed the Justice League confirms that Batman, along with the rest of the Justice League that died, was simply just clones. Yeah, that's supposed to make sense. I mean, if they had originally started this game off and say that, Brainiac had captured the League and made evil clones of them, like, maybe they had different symbols on their chest or something like that, and it was up to the Suicide Squad to take them up, which actually this doesn't make any kind of sense at all, because the Suicide Squad cannot really be, find a way to take out the Justice League. That doesn't make any rational sense in any way, shape, or form. To be honest with you, this whole game made no sense. I was trying to find a rational way to explain it, but this whole game made no sense. But if it was that, the Suicide Squad, maybe we had to like rescue the League and get help from them to take out the evil clones of them, maybe that could have worked. But no, you didn't do that. You had them murder them and you figured everybody would have jumped for joy, because now that you've lost money, credibility, and nobody gives a flying foot about your game anymore, you hastily put together that crap and hope for the best. For a look. Instead of handing over the recovered Justice League members to Amanda Waller, undoubtedly to misuse, as if the Suicide Squad could take on 4 League members at once. Yeah. Hack, Lawless, and Toyman shot out the bombs in the squad's heads. As characters as seen teleporting away, it could be as some part of the Justice League attempting to help the affected worlds, possibly returning everyone home. Yeah, because they're literally that dove into this whole multiverse thing later on in the game, because like I always said, the multiverse now just ruins everything. Harley then states the squad will stick together and travel the Elseworlds. Brainiac is handed over to Waller, who can take the credit and the risk of Lois Lane revealing the information she had been given on Argus. They even play out this ridiculous thing with Lois Lane. I'll get to that a little bit more just now. Additional audio logs reveal that Deathstroke told the Suicide Squad that while they were told to kill the Justice League, they were never expected to succeed, and Waller wanted to capture them for her own ends. Instead, the multiverse opened up the possibility of potential Task Force X recruits and even a protege for herself. Lawless proposes to leak information to Lane as an insurance to blackmail Waller and get out from Task Force X, only for it to be revealed that the entire squad had individually been talking to Lane already. They proceed to send a finalized list of demands for Waller, faking their debts, money to themselves and charities, etc., and prepare to die. Aside from Lois Lane being a world-famous reporter in most iterations of the DC universe, it's not explained how Waller wouldn't have the resources to make the story or her disappear or be discredited. Yeah, that it make no sense. This came with some crap off the top of their heads where all of them sent some information to Lois Lane so that they could blackmail Waller and get him. It didn't make any sense because all Amanda Waller had to do was kill all of them, kill Lane, bury the story, and done with it. But no, trying to play this thing out like they had some big, complicated, ridiculous plan that absolutely made no sense. They talk about what how Waller had Brainiac and all of this nonsense. Even ignoring how rushed the ending is presented, it seems it desperately attempted to satisfy both those who hated and genuinely liked the story, yet it nonetheless undermines itself at every turn. The unceremonious deaths of the Justice League, especially Batman, are undone, yet undermine any stakes of drama of the Justice League's evil actions or fighting them. Superman wanting the League to atone is in character, but holds less weight as it literally wasn't them. That's assuming the clones were the ones players initially met. A point never made clear now is exactly what Batman's plan was or how he orchestrated it, and desperate attempt to give the Arkhamverse Batman a last hurrah. It makes no sense. Why would Batman trust information on how to kill the League to literal the Harley Quinn and a bunch of other nitwits? We all know what they were trying to do with this game. And now they've literally gotten pantsed by the public and exposed for what they are. They're trying desperately to walk it back and pretend like, you know, we was at this plan in motion for something. It's stupid. In addition, the implications that the Suicide Squad and Justice League's adventures could continue is somewhat insulting to those already driven away from Rocksteady and Warner Brothers games. Future works due to this game, yeah. The aforementioned viral tweets and YouTube comments have shown how poorly the ending has been received. Fans who have said Wonder Woman was still seemingly dead and for nothing, the ending being a lazy webcomic that made the entire narrative of the game pointless, and a lazy attempt at damage control for the Arkham brand and future Rocksteady games. Not to mention, the ending did not redeem the game narratively or overall. It was just pathetic. We all know what they were doing here. We all know what was going on. You understand me? They thought having Harley Quinn kill off Batman would have been somehow, I don't know, fun or some nonsense like that. You understand me? Having Justice League get taken out by the Suicide Squad in the most embarrassing ways possible. You even had Boomerang wanting to literally piss on Flash's dead body. None of it makes sense. They tell us that you had some, that the Batman had some plan all along, and the ones that they killed were clones, or maybe the ones who now come out. It doesn't make any sense. This game was crap. You made nonsense. You embarrassed yourselves, and this is the result. That's what happened. That's all that they did. Absolute crap. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. You have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like it, really hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put out a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.